So this engine was dropped off by a customer. It's got a broken crankshaft and a couple of cracked main caps. I started pulling it apart. I'm going to dismantle the whole thing. And I thought, you know what? I should take a video of some of this. So first I'll show you the cylinder head. I took off the cylinder head here. And in between the valves, it looks really good. I don't see any cracks. So there's a few people online that say every single 3B cylinder head is cracked. And that's a straight up lie. This is probably the third or fourth one I've removed that doesn't have cracks in it. I will certainly take it to the machine shop to verify, but generally the cracks are very visible in between the valves. So that's one thing. That's good news. Coming back over here, it kind of looks to me like the head gasket might have been leaking a little bit. There is some moisture on the walls of the liner. Anyways, we're going to keep taking this apart. Right now I'm removing the side cover here to pull out the lifters. And then after this, I will be removing the front timing cover, all the gears, the camshaft sitting in here, pull that out. And then we should be able to start removing the pistons. So I got the side cover off. Somebody had previously removed the push rods and the rocker arms. And so they're kind of all over the place here, and the engine was flipped over. But there's the lifters. So I'll take those out and number them, but they're probably going to get refaced anyway. So, well, and everything else is mixed up. So at this point, it probably doesn't matter, but you definitely do want to keep these things in order if you don't have a engine like this one that's a big gong show. So I've got the front timing cover off, and check this out. Look at that crack. Behind there is the oil pump, and look at that oil line there, that's cracked as well. Not looking great. So something else I noticed, this is very interesting. Look how loose this is. Were these bolts not tightened up properly? What happened in here? Apparently this engine only had 180,000 kilometers on it, which is ridiculously low for a 3B. This is not the original Toyota gasket. It's kind of grayish looking. The Toyota gaskets are more of a tan color. So that's interesting. So we've got it stripped down. You can see the crack right there in that main cap. Crack in that main cap. And the crankshaft itself is split right there. So we're going to take this all apart, and then I think I have another short block I can get. This block here is basically trash. Here's the oil pump housing. The more I look at this, the more I'm suspicious that somebody performed some shoddy workmanship here. So you can see this side is cracked from probably the impact of the crankshaft, and that line got broken off. I thought I would just quickly take the oil pump gear out, or the oil pump out, I mean, and look at this. A loose screw. I don't understand why that screw is loose. Could be from all the rattling around, but I should have kept filming. So I took that screw out, and lo and behold, this one's loose. This one's loose. I wonder, yeah, these ones are tight. Just thinking out loud here. I wonder if the oil pressure dropped because the plate was loose. And then the thing is the bearings, they don't look like they were destroyed or anything. So anyways, still just wondering what the heck happened here. It would be so nice to have a camera on the inside of the engine looking at every single part. So when there is a failure, you could determine exactly what happened. So took about half a day, but it's basically all stripped down now. Everything has been removed from this engine block. And look how nasty that coolant was in there. This thing definitely wasn't being maintained very well, or it was sitting for a long time and then none of the fluids were flushed before it was put back on the road. As I said earlier, the good news is the cylinder head looks to be in good condition. So there's the nasty water pump gasket. The original gasket is metal, so somebody replaced that with a cheap gasket at some point. This is the oil cooler. There's going to be a lot of cleaning here. Cylinder head, need to deal with that still. Remove the piston skirt nozzles as well. Don't know if this block is going to be reused or not, but there you have it. All stripped down.